Hello, guys, and welcome back. So today I just bought some Volta, the former EOS, and I used to have it and trade it in the past, and I just started accumulating it. And among those of that I have, I need to accumulate a little bit more Volta and Fetchai and Kronos as well. And I'm also thinking to add some mana, but that's another thing. So for now, I will focus on adding more Fetchai and Volta in my portfolio, and that's it, like a short update. So let's see. Now the Bitcoin is at 63,800 and it seems to be in still in this range. Will we see the second shoulder here? Maybe a lower low. I'm not sure what to say about this. Everyone is expecting a new lower low, and people are not buying right now. Some are buying, but those are not like your regular people. It's more like whales and people who think very long term or long term. So yeah, if you're a trader, it's always some mystery of what's coming, and you have to guess it. And right now, it's a lot of uncertainty on the market. So we got to 63,900. Who knows? Let's see the hourly chart a little bit, and after we are going to read some news. So we still have a lot of bombings and stuff in the Middle East and Russia, Ukraine. So right now it's a lot of uncertainty on the market, and of course you don't know what to do. My opinion, your best bet is just to keep accumulating, and that should be it for now. For if you think long term, and yeah, let's go through a few news, and this time is not going to be about geopolitics, about war, because I've noticed that YouTube doesn't really like that. And yeah, let's see. First post is from Coin Bureau, just in. CNBC reports the Clarity Act still needs 60 Senate votes to pass before August recess. I think Trump has to do something before the midterms. And that's why I believe we already had the bottom, because Trump has to do something before the midterms, and either it will be a half season or a full-blown alt season, because of there has to be something to get the rates down, and like some escalation or some other thing, but that's another subject, and we can just speculate on that. So it has to be good news, for before the midterms. Otherwise, he will lose a lot of votes. A lot of people will just vote against his party just for spite. Spite is the biggest vote driver. Especially in certain countries, but I think there as well. That's the biggest voting driver. So let's go to the next one. Let's translate it. So Larry Fink says more and more countries want to launch their own stablecoins. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink warns that dominance of the US dollar can no longer be taken for guaranteed, and says more and more states are examining the launch of their own stablecoins. According to him, the growth of US debt and rapid development of digital assets are prompting other economies to seek alternatives to dollar-dominated stablecoins. So that's an interesting one, and I think in the future there will be a scheme to get rid of debt using Bitcoin and digital assets without having a full recession. That's my actually that's my crazy prediction for today. Um, the US will use digital assets to get rid of the debt somehow, and we don't know how, but instead of going into a recession, there will be a switch to digital asset. I believe that, because it seems logical, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this. And yeah, let's read further and a few more news. US deficit threatens the future and the value of the dollar. The dollar's status as a global reserve currency is a privilege, not a right. Countries are already discussing about to launch of their own stable coins because they are concerned about the global dominance of dollar stable coins. So Larry Fink's comments show that the next stage of global financial competition is not about digital currencies, but also about the infrastructure on which they will operate. Stablecoins and tokenization are becoming increasingly important in the economic strategies of the states and major financial. Of course, this is something normal. This is like the foreseeable next step in the human in the global finances. So let's go to the next post, which is from Leshka. The Clarity Act just created a crypto war in Washington. Congress wanted to give crypto clear rule book. Instead, the biggest fight is now about Trump's own crypto empire. The bill could block future presidential crypto deals, but those restrictions end in 2029. Critics say the rules arrive too late and leave existing ventures untouched. Democrats are now stuck. Regulate crypto or challenge the president's crypto interests. Washington's biggest crypto battle has just begun. Yeah, that's something interesting as well. And the next one is from Look on Chain. The Trump team transferred another 10.84 Trump 10.84 million Trump at the value of 16.91 million, I guess, dollars. 1 hour ago, likely to be deposited into BitGo and sent to exchanges. Yeah, I just talked about this, and he's doing stuff with crypto, and of course he will. And I'm not really against insider trading because even insiders they bet against each other sometimes, and they can have rival factions like a full being a real capitalist. It's like just let them bet against each other, and I will just go on a smaller playground on low caps and mid caps and go there, and the insiders will not be interested in those. So I would just go on my own playground and let them on their bigger playground to trade Bitcoin. I will just trade my stuff like Liechtenstein exchange and whatever I have here. Synthetics, 0x, Sonic, those are my cryptos, and the big players are not there. And yeah, I understand you want to trade the same thing that the big players do, but that's my thing. Maybe I'm crazy, but there will always be loopholes. So I think banning the insiders it's just noise. It's not something that you can actually do, because you can just basically hire a friend to do that for them, and it is what it is. So it shouldn't be anything against them. Just play on your own playground, garden in your own garden, not in the neighbor's garden. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Just let me know what you think about this as well. And let's go to the next one, which is from Bitcoin Hopium, a very positive poster. So Trump just said it: instead of attacking futures industries, we will embrace them. Of course, he has to be bullish, especially now before the elections, the midterms. And yeah, I wanted to see something on Poly Market. Come on. Okay. Mid. How do the midterms look on poly market? So 56 chance that the Republicans will keep the Senate, and 86% chance that the Democrats will keep the House, will take the House. I think this one is accurate, and this one might be disputed because it goes up and down. We'll see this. It's going to be interesting times. We still have time until then, 100 days basically. And that's when the bottom should be. And I think Trump will do something about this before the elections, about Bitcoin or about crypto in general. So we'll have to see. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if there is anything that you would like me to address in the next videos. Of course, I'm here. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.